So I'm new to fighting games. How's my first month been? You get the idea. Needless to say, that Dunning-Kruger kicked in harder and faster than 8 bitches on a bitch boat. Over the course of a month, I went from being the worst of the worst to the cream of the crap to a bitch getting his ass. In all seriousness, yeah, my first month playing fighting games literally has been up and then down. Like that graph people talk about when they watch you and think they're smart. My ass getting beat is scientifically expected. Peer-reviewed, in fact. Corey Gaming, lovely fellow he is, made a video in relation to that. I'm paraphrasing / quoting / putting an edited down clip here where he says,
after you've gotten past the beginner stages, you get to an intermediate level, or what the Dreyfus 5-stage model of skill acquisition calls competence. Competence is right in the middle as the third stage of the model, and in this chart of the Dunning-Kruger effect, you'd lie on the line right at the lowest point of competence.
Link to the full vid down below, but to summarize this specific point, once you get past the beginner stages, you reach a point where you know that there's a fuck ton of shit you don't know. And in a competitive game, the more your opponent knows, the more likely you are to get your ass blasted. Like the title says, the long game of learning anything, in our case fighting games, is to fail forward. With every loss comes the opportunity to learn what you're lacking, so your next opponent won't find you slacking. Now, it doesn't take a basketball head to know Michael Jordan was one of the greatest players of his sport. When it comes to failure and losing, he says, I failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. Okay, guys, I know I'm beating a dead horse here. I just really want to drive the point home. You're going to lose! The reason why people shy away from fighting games is because people generally are risk adverse. People hate to lose. That's why pluggers have been a huge issue in T8, spurring action from the devs to stop it.
I didn't expect him to leave.
When it comes to noobs like you and me learning this hype-ass gigabrain genre, it's important to have a growth mentality. It's not about the winning, it's about the learning, like I said in the last vid. And hey, look at that, even world champion Daigo Umehara agrees with me. Wow. That being said, matches fly by quick. One second you're in it, the next... Wait, that was it? How's a pea-brain like me supposed to remember what happened? Just to prove I ain't messing around, let me show you something. I have been, and am continuing to record all my play sessions in writing. This way I can look back on my growth and keep track of my shortcomings. I've been keeping a diary! A diary that would be new. On stream I sat down with my viewers to read over it all, to look at my overall progress during my first month, particularly these thought sections, where I identify my weaknesses. I took stock of all of them and made a list of everything I'm not 1% on. Here under review, there's one point that is more pertinent than the other two for me, and that's reviewing Sansukumi. Sansukumi being this rock, paper, scissors relationship between 3 game plans in fighting games. Keep away beating Rushdown beating Whiff Punish, and Whiff Punish beating Keep Away. It's fundamental to analyzing your opponent's actions and determining the best course of action to counter them. That my ass did Salami made an awesome vid on it, and I gotta give it another once over. Or twice. Heck, another 20. Link to that video below as well. Under this research list here, there are a few key points, namely addressing a lack of knowledge on what my main, Reina, is capable of. How do I properly utilize her unique movement options with Unsoku? I also saw Anakin, a high-level Reina main, constantly flowing in and out of her Heaven's Wrath stance and Sentai stance. I want to figure that out. It looks so fucking awesome. But not before I re-practice Reina's rolling techniques. In a recent stream, I went up against a Vicar who was playing Keep Away super hard, and it was only one match and some rounds later that I remembered Reina can roll towards people, and she can do all sorts of shit out of the roll. But I forgot most of the shit she could do, and he stretched my ass 9 miles wide. Wheel of Morality, turn, turn, turn. What is the lesson that we should learn? We learned that failing forward is to keep a growth mindset. You will lose, and it's imperative to learn from those losses. All the greats have lost time and time again, and what made them great is that they learned from their own losses and improved by identifying why they lost and practice to grow past their weaknesses. My biggest tip to anybody who's even remotely serious about developing their skills in fighting games is to do what I'm doing. Keep a diary of your experiences in your game. Play matches and hone your skills, and when you lose, write down why you lost and how to fill that gap in your knowledge. How do I close in on my opponent safely? How do I maximize damage when all I can do are low pokes? Ask questions and seek a deeper strata of truth. There's a lot of tutorials that'll totally answer most of them. Me? I've truncated all my current weaknesses into an easy to digest list. I'm gonna go through that and work on each point one at a time. Deliberate practice is key to climbing up the Dunning-Kruger mountain, and identifying a pinpoint roadblock is definitely gonna help me on my adventure. I'll keep you posted here on Zero to Primo. Hey, buddy! You made it to the end of the video! I knew you could do it. I'm proud of you. While you're here, click on the like button, why not? YouTube's neurons will flare up if you do. Also, share your own personal progress in the comments down below. Last vid, a lovely fella, Gabriel Gosney, wrote, I've grown up playing a myriad of fighting games, but I'm finally with Tekken 8 wanting to become good enough to win at local tournaments, and in the next couple years, go to EVO to hopefully win a set. That sounds right as hell. Keep it up, and I hope to be able to check in and see progress. Same to you, dude, and everyone else who's still watching. Okay, bye.